don't know if anybody met that guy before. But he had talked a lot about salvation. We were going out in the streets and witnessing and stuff. And I got this image one night of God in a glass box in the middle of a desert next to a cliff with fire. It's basically hell. And he's standing in this glass box right here. And there's these people walking like zombies straight off into the fire. They go. And by the time they get to there, before they fall off and have realized what's going on, people behind them are pushing forward. And they fall straight in. And God is standing there in his box. Not because he's not powerful, but because of the way things are. You know, like, this makes sense. Can you taste purple? No, it's a color. You see it. There's just some things that don't make sense. It's not how it works. Well, God can do nothing apart from the work of his Son, empowering men to work for him. It says in his word, how will they believe? Preaching. How will they preach? Be sent. That's why there is a necessity. And if you ever believed, and before tonight, that God's just going to save people no matter what, I ain't got to talk to them, I ain't got to love on them, I ain't got to share the gospel, it's a lie from hell. And most likely, if you believe that, you've been complacent. And if you don't make something right, God's going to spew you out of his mouth. It ain't a good picture. I ain't telling you that if you don't do this and that and all this stuff, you're going to go to hell, like everybody told you all this stuff. But it ain't good, no matter what you say. You may go to hell. It says the unprofitable servant who did not take what was given to them by God and produce more with that was thrown into outer darkness with weeping and gnashing of teeth. And that was his servants. What gets me is God sent people out into the highways and the hedges and said, bid them to come in. And a man came in and he didn't have on a wedding garment, which is what we're talking about, the love of Jesus. Because ultimately the fire of God is about his love. He didn't have a wedding garment. He said, friend, how did you get in here without your wedding garment? And God himself, the king, this is a parable in the Gospels that says, bind him up, head and toe and foot, and throw him into outer darkness. Believe this word, friend. When you have the fire